Good evening, Internet. The Real Shroom here. Welcome to episode 1 of a new series I'm starting. It's a Magic the Gathering series called Pet Decks, and I'll be posting these videos every Thursday on my YouTube channel, and these are going to be me playing matches with some of my favorite decks. There are about 3 or 4 decks of mine that I play on Arena and Moto that are my favorite decks. If you come across me on the ladder in Arena or Moto, chances are I'll be playing one of these decks, and I'm going to be posting these on Thursdays on my YouTube channel. On Saturdays, I'll post my usual New Brews style content where I'll play more experimental stuff, but I wanted to add some additional NG content uploads, and my inspiration for this is Corey Lack, I would say. He's the guy who had this Tree of Perdition deck, this Rakdos Tree of Perdition deck in Pioneer, that it was his pet deck, and he just kept playing it and iterating it and practicing with it until he got really, really good at it. The deck got really, really strong, and he ended up winning a regional championship last year in Pioneer. So that's kind of what I would like to do. Not necessarily win a big tournament, but just keep playing a deck, build my skill with it to the point where I'm very fluent and comfortable with the deck, and where it's actually very competitive. And what better way to start off this new series of pet decks than with my current favorite deck, which is Esper Banditry Control in Standard. What is that? Let's take a look. So, no surprise here, it's a Dimir-based control deck that is all about interaction, which is the way that I want to play control decks. We're going to interact with our opponent as much as possible. We're going to make them discard cards from their hand. We're going to counter their spells on the stack. We're going to destroy their permanents on the battlefield. Our discard begins with a couple of Duresses and a Binding Negotiation for just Thoughtseize effects. Two main board Duresses are meant to hopefully duress up the beanstalk out of our opponent's hand before they can resolve it, even if we're on the draw rather. And then we've got our Binding Negotiation. We've got a one of Bandit's talent, which is where the name deck gets its name from. Used to be a lot more, but I think this is not really the best build to focus too heavily on the talent, but it is good as like a pseudo Mind Rot that can also do some damage to our opponents. And then we've got the 2 of Liliana of the Veil. I am running a Seeker's Folly in this version of Esper Banditry Control, which is the 3-mana sorcery. It can be a Mind Rot, target opponent discards 2 cards, or it can be a little bit of a sweeper. It controls creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 till the end of the turn. So in this world where if you let your opponent get away with their engine on the battlefield for a turn, they can accrue an overwhelming card advantage. So the Mind Rot effect, I think, might be good to help you kind of claw your way back into games where your opponent has snuck one by you. You know, they've gotten a turn or two with their up the beanstalk on the battlefield or Caretaker's Talent before you can destroy it. So just take away those cards that they've that card advantage they've garnered off of their engine. And then we got the Lilianas, as I mentioned, a one of Hostile Investigator, also as a discard piece, and a win con, and the one of Aclazotz is a very resilient threat that also makes our opponent discard and is with win con. Then we're going to counter our opponent's stuff with our 3 of 3 Steps Ahead, and our 2 of Spellgyre. Spellgyre is also taking the place of like Memory Deluge, which was a very popular card in control decks in the last standard. It's a counter spell that is also a very good card draw piece. And then we're going to remove our opponent's creatures that resolve with 2 of Cut Down, 1 of Nowhere to Run, 1 Go for the Throat, a couple of Anoint with Affliction, the aforementioned Lilianas, and we're running main board The End, pointed squarely at those Enduring Curiosities, Enduring Innocences. Almost all of the really popular decks in Standard have a good target for this, whether it's an Overlord or an Enduring Curiosity or something of that ilk. And some sweepers in the form of 1 Sunfall, 1 Day of Judgment. We've got the Seeker's Folly in the main board as well, and one of Legion to Ashes is kind of a catch-all, exile any removal. It's like a Vindicate type piece. Importantly, and I need to remember this because I didn't in the last time you played this card on stream, it's really good against offspring creatures because it kills the original creature and their offspring at will, because it also exiles all tokens that share the same name as that permanent. So got to keep that in mind. And then to tie it all together, we've got our card draw to make sure we also have a Get Lost, and an Exercise, because enchantments like Up the Beanstalk are very important for us to destroy. That's why I'm mainboarding Exercise. There's like Unholy Annex, lots of really, really excellent targets for this in pretty much every matchup, and a Get Lost as a removal spell that I hate, but that we kind of have to run at least a 1 of. Then we have our card draw pieces to help us get to the cards we need. 3 Steps Ahead can be a card draw spell. Deduce is a 3 of in this deck as a good, you know, cantrip style effect, and then a 2 of Quick Study. I'm a fan of this card. 3 mana Divination, instant speed, it's great. And then we'll close out the game with our Aclazotz with our Hostile Investigator. A 1 of Unstoppable Slasher is just a good resilient threat for all kinds of black decks. You don't necessarily have to build synergies around it. The card can just win on its own if it's not dealt with 2 removal spells usually. And Sheoldred the Apocalypse just wins the game according to the rules of Magic. So that's the plan. Interact, make you discard, kill your stuff, counter your stuff. 26 lands in the mana base. We have 1 of each of the Restless lands as creature lands, 1 Anchorage, 1 Fortress, 1 Reef, the Dimir one. And then we're running a couple of Demolition Fields to hate on our opponent's lands. Can't go too crazy with this because we are a 3-color deck with stringent color requirements. The sideboard includes a couple of Authority of the Consuls, as well as an Anoint with Affliction, a Malicious Eclipse, a Pest Control. That's all pretty much against aggro decks. A couple more Sunfalls, so we can build our Sunfall total up to 3 after sideboarding. Good against mid-range decks, decks that want to play lots of Overlords, big creatures. We've got Duress number 3, that'll bring in against Beanstalk decks. Liliana number 3, also good against control decks, decks that want to draw cards. A couple of Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate. Only room for 2 of these. I really wish I could find a third, but sideboard space is tight. A 1 of Negate. Sheoldred number 2 can come in against Beanstalk decks, decks that want to draw a lot of cards. And Kaya Intangible Virtue is a 7 mana planeswalker that we can bring in against grindy matchups like control decks and like domain decks, which are Beanstalk decks that want to go really long. This is a good win con for those types of matchups. So that's going to be episode 1 of Pet Decks. This is currently my favorite deck in Magic, period. Standard would be my favorite format at the moment, and I'm having a lot of fun with this particular iteration. Let's see if we can get some wins with it in the Platinum tier on the ladder. And if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. At Sehace 98 will be our opponent in match 1. With this build of my pet deck, Banditry Control. We have a 5-lander here on the draw. Oh, I forgot to mention Stoic Sphinx, which is another recent addition. I do like this card in control decks. I think I'm going to keep this hand. Although, Nowhere to Run is becoming such a popular card, I might have to remove this, because it's just not as good when it's not hexproof. Alright, we draw another land. Cut Down. Cut Down might be good against them. Oh my goodness, their library is 160 something cards. Battle of Wits isn't legal in Standard, is it? Ruthless Negotiation. Making me exile a card from my hand. Okay. I'll exile this Fabled Passage, I guess. So historically, I have liked Stoic Sphinx as a, you know, just a win con for control decks. Let's kill the Savannah Lion. Okay, we draw Seeker's Folly, but I think we'll just play our Slasher. Healer's Hawk. Well, Seeker's Folly is going to be good against them. Let's go ahead and attack with our Slasher. Jump Scare. Okay. I think I'll run out the Sphinx on their end step. We'll see what they do. Petrify. Alright. Now this is a situation where the Sphinx can be really good. let's duress you. Just figure, raise the past, Swiftfoot Boots. They don't have any creatures. I guess I'll take raise the past, because theoretically that can give them creatures. I mean, I'll just draw cards too while they're tapped out. So they have to kill this. I could cast nothing for the rest of the game, and in this situation is where Sphinx is really good, because like it can just win on its own. Swiftfoot Boots, sure. Draw the end. Good game, opponent says. More Swiftfoot Boots. I mean, opponent's on a 2-turn clock and they got nothing, so... Anoint with Affliction, sure. Moment of Triumph. To give themselves 2 life. It's still a 2-turn clock. Okay. So, opponent is playing 1-drops. Maybe Authority of the Consuls. I mean, they've got 100 and something card deck. I'll bring in my Sweepers, Pest Control. Maybe Exercise, because they are playing like enchantments and artifacts. Liliana might be not be the best because they look like they might be a go wide deck. The end, I don't think we need. Although they could have like Enduring Curiosity or Innocence. But what are the chances they'll actually draw that? Actually, I want to bring in Anoint with Affliction number 3. We probably don't need our big counter spells. It's a little tricky shaving these guys though, because these are all also part of our card draw suite. And you don't really want to go down on card draw that much. I don't think I like Get Lost. I don't want to give them map tokens. And Duress. Duress actually seems pretty bad against them. Just another Sunfall against them, just to keep the sweeper count up since they are a creature deck. Alright, we've got Authority of the Consuls and a Sweeper, which is good, so this is definitely a keep. We can't play it turn 1, unfortunately, unless we draw an untapped white right now. Alright, here's the Span Alliance. We'll keep Anoint with Affliction. Healer's Hawk. Well, Malicious Eclipse is going to be good. Break the spell. Well, they're stuck on 1 land, so... Do I go for the Sweeper here, or do I try to wait to see if they get 1 more creature? I think I'll wait. Get a little greedy. See if I can get 1 more creature in this Sweeper. Okay. They have no creature, they're stuck on 1 land. We can go ahead and sweep. Alright, opponent misses their land drop, so I think this is pretty much garbage time here. Play Lily.
A fight?
I'll plus this card Demolition Field.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I mean, Lily doesn't do much if they never play land number 2. Savannah Lions. Let's deduce. Bandit negotiation. Binding negotiation, rather. Okay. Let's make you sack your lion.
Off you go.
Let's make you discard. Helpful Hunter Giada. Aspiring Overseer Pride Mates. Return Triumphant can reanimate one of their creatures. Probably take that. Alright, let's draw a card. There's a Stoic Sphinx, so let's plus. Discard our lands. We'll play out our Stoic Sphinx. Helpful Hunter draws a card. Let's attack with our Sphinx. I think we just don't want them to have creatures, right? So we'll minus. Cast Aclazotz. Get them on the old two-turn clock. Giada will need to die. Okay, let's kill Giada. Attack with my dudes. They block. I'll plus. Probably discard this counter spell.
We all have things we'd rather.
I should have drawn with this card first. That was bad. That was a bad play, but I don't think it matters much, really. Yep, gain life, draw a card, get exiled. Okay, well, don't build 200 card libraries. It just doesn't work. Plumbus will be our opponent. We're on the draw with a one-lander. We do have a Surveil, and we're on the draw. Opponent's mulliganing. I do like all these cards, and Quick Study could be really good to help us find more lands. I'm going to actually keep this. We get a Surveil, we're on the draw. They do have a Teferi avatar. They actually blue-white control. We'll keep an island on top. They're just the pixie deck, it looks like. I'll pass. Knight of Grace. Okay. That's a good one. Another Spyglass Siren. Alright, I guess I'll cut down one of these Spyglass Sirens. That's a tap land, unfortunately. Yep, the knight doing some exploring. High on top of their library. Alright. Going to exile this Spyglass Siren. And then I can Liliana to make them sack the knight. Too bad I can't get a white source there, but so be it. Gotta do what we gotta do. Edict to you.
And you think you can win?
Alright, they do have a get lost for Lily.
Nothing more. Off you go.
Sheoldred. We miss our land drop, which is very unfortunate. Alright. I'm gonna quick study in response to them tapping out. I did find a land. Beza. Untapped land. Do I want that? I don't think so. Alright, they're just running out Urtai. Gonna kill my thing, give me a card. An attack for 5. Virtue of Loyalty to make a knight. Alright, wouldn't mind a sweeper here. No sweeper, so I guess I'll just play Sheoldred. Alright, they're just firing up the Restless Reef. So they could have like an Elspeth Smite. That would be unfortunate, but I think I have to do some blocking here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is lethal. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's lethal. Okay. Well, we got a little pinched on mana early. Let's see if we can avoid that. Like Esper Midrange. You definitely want Sunfall. Probably Liliana and maybe Kaya. This might be a long grindy matchup. I think I'll cut the slasher since I'm bringing in Lily. Sunfalls. Anoint with Affliction, actually... I don't know if that has a lot of good targets over there. Or Cut Down. We'll try it like this. Okay, our mana situation looks much better here, so I will keep this. Demolition Field. Okay, I'll keep a Demolition Field. Restless Anchorage. I guess I'll keep that too. Track their map, find a land. Alright, let's play Anchorage. Gix. Alright, we'll exile that. Now we just keep drawing lands. Okay, Hostile Investigator. They discard a Beza, probably meaning they have another one. Exercise. Nowhere to run. Alright, let's play a tap land. Say go. Alright, crack our clue. More land. Bandit's talent. Okay. Play our Bandit's talent. Urtai to counter it and draw a card. Draw me a card. Okay. Well, let's Day of Judgment. Sheoldred. That's bad news for us. Duress. Exercise. Get lost back for seconds. Alright, so we might have to do something like block with our Reef. And then maybe we can sucker them into letting us block and then nowhere to run the Sheoldred. See if they let us do that. Okay. Okay, we'll finish off Sheoldred. Okay. 3 steps ahead is great. Exercise my nowhere to run. Fine. Knight of Grace. I kind of think we really don't want that. So we're gonna counter draw. That is a little hard for us to deal with. We'll discard this Fabled Passage. Let's Deduce. Restless Reef. Okay. We'll play Restless Reef. Let's draw a card. And let's draw 2 cards. Alright, let's fire up our Restless Reef. Gonna get lost. Oh, I don't have double black now, though. Oops. I don't have double black. We don't need more lands, thank you. Sunfall. Ugh. The auto tapper got me good there. Okay, let's go for Sheoldred. Let's crack a map. The end on Sheoldred. We'll play a tap land and say go. Spyglass Siren. The top card is a Knight of Grace. Bandit's Binding Negotiation is worthless. Let's play a land and say go. Liliana. Okay.
Those
Minus.
who get in my way tend to regret it. Sacrifices must be made.
Thought sees you. Then they scoop. Okay. That's better. I think I want a Duress. Maybe one more Anoint with Affliction. You know, I don't think we need the third Duress. I think 2 is fine. We have other stuff for Sheoldred. I'm ditching exercise. We can't keep this one lander. This is better. We'll keep this and bottom the end. Probably the end. Could be in trouble if they have a really aggressive draw. Okay, let's Duress you. Urtai Aether Channeler lands. Okay. We draw Get Lost. Oh, I could have Bandits negotiated there. Use the Aether Channeler, gonna draw a card, I'm guessing. Oh, they make it 1/1. Okay. So what do I want to do here? Could Bandit's talent... Yeah, that 1/1 really messes things up quite a bit here. Guess I'll just Bandit's talent. Got nothing else to do. They discard an Urtai. Which means they probably have one? Virtue of Loyalty. Sunfall's good. Alright, just gonna play out my land. Gonna have to fish for a plains, which I do have more of. Play another creature. Play another creature. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll get rid of, I don't know, their blue source. Get lost the Virtue of Loyalty. This is on your end step. What? Did I not do it on their end step? Wow, that's bad. Okay. I thought it was their end step. Oh, I didn't wait till their end step because they hadn't even gotten the counters. So that's pretty dumb. Yep. See, this is why I need to play my decks more so I don't make mistakes like this. So now they can besiege for something. Solemn. Alright. think I'll activate my token. Attack. They take it. Deduce. I like Deduce. Again, I'm without black mana to cast Lily. Let's just level up. Yeah, big mistake there. I really needed to get that off the battlefield. Now if they resolve a bomb, I can't target it with Lily. Oh man, playing like a fool. I had this Fabled Passage I could have played. Let's find a removal spell. Binding Negotiation. Ah, man. I really blew it. I really blew it. So, we'll see if we can win this now. I'm at 5 facing the Sheoldred.
Off you go.
Binding Negotiation. Knight Beseech. I don't know, Beseech, I guess? Since I have enough mana to find something and use it right away. Alright, I'm gonna need the top of my deck to be kind to me here. Yeah, I'm gonna block that. Alright. Can I draw a sweeper? Last chance. Sunfall off the top? Nope. Alright. Well, some major misplays there. Mistapping of mana, I think, resulted in that loss. I think we had it if we played our spells properly. Well, that's why you practice, right? Nairobi BA will be our opponent. And this hand looks pretty good. So I'll keep it. Turn 1, crack my Fabled Passage for a swamp. Stalking the Pantry. Whenever you put one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature, put a supply counter on it. Remove a supply counter from it, draw a card. Okay. So they are a counter tech type deck. Innkeeper's Talent. Well, yeah. They are indeed a counter type deck. Okay. So I think I'll play Underground River and Duress. See if they have a Snakeskin Veil or something. Tyvar Stand, yeah. Okay. So the coast is clear for me to go for the throat their first creature. Let's go ahead and kill that. Well, we got 2 counter spells in hand, so I think I'll just counter this next creature of theirs before I start deploying threats. They just level up their Innkeeper's talents. Okay. Let's keep making my land drops. Dusk Legion Duelist. Yeah, let's counter that. Mossborn Hydra. Alright, gonna need to find another removal spell. Uh-oh. Well, we'll play Sheoldred. We are gonna have to trade for this Hydra. See if we survive the attack, though. Bristly Bill. I think we counter Bristly Bill. Alright, they are tapped out now. Alright, we got a trade. Aclazotz. We don't have enough mana to play our creatures and hold up Spellgyre. I think I'll just play Hostile Investigator. You don't even have to tap that to use it. That's pretty good. It's 1 mana enchantment. That's actually pretty good. I haven't seen that before. Their pantry is well stocked. Get lost. Well, guess I'm playing Aclazotz. Duress. I'll keep a Duress on top. Great Worm. It's a 9/9 trample. It's gonna be ridiculously large momentarily. Tyvar stand on their dude, okay. think we might die to this thing, though. We'll see. Bristly Bill. Yeah, we have to counter that, because otherwise they can double the number of counters on their worm. Alright, well, we're dying pretty quick. Opponent was on the play, and turn 1, turn 2, they just curved out, got their engine going immediately. And we don't have an answer to that 33 Trampler, so we're dead. Okay, so we definitely want Exercise. We want our Sunfalls for sure. Liliana. Anoint with Affliction. Maybe Duress. Cut the end, because I don't know what I would target with it. Actually, so cut down, probably not going to be the greatest. I'll cut the cut downs. I think I want my second Sheoldred also. I'll ditch Seeker's Folly. Maybe Unstoppable Slasher since I'm going all the way up on Sunfall. Stoic Sphinx. Maybe I only need 2 Anoint with Affliction. Rely on my sweepers and Lily. Alright, I got a turn 1 Duress, that's good. I got a removal spell, so we'll keep. They again have the Stalking the Pantry Innkeeper's talent. Okay. I'll take Stalking the Pantry. Alright, let's Bandit's talent. Innkeeper's talents. Alright, let's pass. I think we can't counter. We will know where to run Bristly Bill for sure. Level 2. I think I'm gonna draw discard. Discard a Demolition Field. Okay, go for the throat. Is a good one. There's Bill. Alright, let's kill Bill. More Bill. But we have more kill for Bill also. Let's just anoint Bill. Alright, their enchantment is fully leveled. Liliana will keep. Let's go Hostile Investigator. Make you discard. Level up our talent. Get the rack going on. Invasion of Zendikar? Sure. Ramp away. Alright, we'll attack with our Investigator. I think we'll just fully level our talent. Good game, opponent says. Okay. Actually, think I do want all my Anoint with Afflictions. And I'll go down to just one Sheoldred. We just need to kill their creatures. And they have... Okay, we again have a turn 1 Duress. But we have nothing else. Turn 1 Duress is great. But I don't think we can keep this. We don't have any scries or anything either. Yeah, we got a mull. Okay. We'll keep on 6 and bottom. Probably 3 steps ahead. There's the pantry, turn 1. That's pretty good. 3 steps ahead. I'm gonna keep this one. No, let's graveyard it. I want to get up to this Sunfall. Alright, play Reef. Duress you. So they have a Bill, a Hydra, Tyvar stand, okay. Here's Bill. Alright, we're going to... Oh, I don't have white mana. Oh, no. What am I doing? I had the white land in my hand. Oh, man. Playing like an idiot. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of Bill. Kami of Whispered something or other. Hopes. Okay. We have a white source. Innkeeper's talent, yeah? This will let them draw a card off their thing. I think that's okay, though. We can let them get one card. Actually, they won't get any cards, because we can just exercise that enchantment. Okay. It costs 2 mana to activate this, right? Okay. There's the Hydra. So I think I'll exercise this. So I'm gonna take a big hit before I Sunfall, but that's okay, because I have Sunfall. And I've dealt with their card draw engine. Okay, perfect. They even tapped their 3/3 to cast that. Absolutely perfect. Alright, let us Sunfall. There's Bill. Alright, let us kill Bill. Start attacking with our 3/3. Okay, they don't have another creature, that's good. Let's Duress. Bushwhack. Land. Alright, let's do some deducing. Draw some cards. Exercise. Alright, let's just exercise your enchantment. Another Innkeeper's Talent. Alright, now we can start attacking with our creature lands. Put them on a 2-turn clock. And that's all she wrote. Oipie is our opponent. We'll be on the play. A Duress. We got a bunch of black cards with no black mana. We're on the play though. We got a Demolition Field. I think we can keep this and just hope to draw black soon, or that we don't need it right away. What are those sleeves? Okay, there's our black mana. Let's Duress. Double Beanstalk. Okay, they're a Beanstalk deck. Great. They don't have green mana for the beans, though. Okay. 3 steps ahead will definitely be used to counter beans. They do have a go for the throat, so I can't just play my Sphinx. Alright. I also don't want to blow up their Fountain Port, because it'll give them green mana. We got all the Overlords. Okay. We draw another counterspell, that's good. pass. Beans. Okay, so let's get a plains. Do I want to take out their fountain port now? I think I do. And maybe that was a bad idea, because that lets them possibly get an Overlord. It lets them play Overlord right now. Wow, what a bad play. Okay. This does let them play their green Overlord. I didn't have to do that. I did not have to do that. Alright. I think I'll just play Stoic Sphinx. Put him on a 4-turn clock. Deadly cover up. Okay. Oh man, I screwed that up so bad. They should not have that Overlord on the battlefield right now. Entirely my misplay. They took out my 3 steps ahead. Wow. Alright, they get their green Overlord, which we can kill. We'll get in an attack. Another Overlord? Sure. I mean, we're gonna be sweeping. Oh, they just impended it. Maelstrom Pulse? Okay. Seeker's Folly. Sheoldred? Sure. Let's go ahead and kill that red Overlord. Let's duress you, or mind rot you, make you discard your last card. Which is a go for the throat, thankfully. So we got Shelly going. A lot riding on your Phyrexian shoulders. More Overlords. No attack. We're gonna have double overlords going. And it's gonna take this. Alright, I'm gonna draw some cards. The end on Sheoldred. Okay. Liliana. Do I want Liliana? I guess I could take a Liliana. Double Liliana. Okay. It's not terrible. Lily minus.
And you think you can win? I've always hated crowds.
Okay. Do they have any other creature lands? They don't. So let's get lost, I guess. Play another Lily.
This is my home,
Minus.
and I don't appreciate it when people touch. Off you go.
Pillage the Bog. That's pretty good. They get to look at the top 22. So Overlord's Beans. Jund Overlord's Beans is what our opponent's doing.
Power of the
Let's see
Arcane.
if you're worth.
This will be over quick. We adapt to any situation.
More Overlords. Okay. Go ahead and plus Lily. Discard a
I'm
cut
tired
down.
of your secrets.
Attack Vivian.
Okay, so you've got claws. Life is tenacious, isn't it?
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
Nowhere to run. Okay, I don't think I think they got us. Just too much value in all those overlords. So we'll go on to game 2. Big misplay allowing them to cast that red overlord early. So we'll exercise, negate Duress, Kaya, Sheoldred, Liliana, Sunfall. We don't need cut downs. We don't really need Anoint with Affliction. I don't think we need Nowhere to Run. We'll cut Slasher because we're going up all the Sunfalls. Cut one Deduce. Generally not a good idea, but I think we need all this interaction. This hand doesn't really do anything to interact early enough. Ah, man. I mean, it's not a bad hand, but what if they get a Beanstalk on turn 2? We have to keep it. We need a hand that interacts with them early, so I think we have to mulligan that, unfortunately. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. We have to mulligan this too. This hand's far worse than the first one. Okay, we'll keep this. We'll bottom Kaya. We'll bottom Day of Judgment. Yeah, that's real bad. 3 steps ahead, okay. They have a turn 1 Duress. Alright, if they have a turn 2 Beams, then this is probably over. Alright, we draw Exercise, that's good. Get rid of the Beans. Alright, let's continue making land drops. Yeah, they're full-blown domain. They're not playing Atraxa, though. They're just Jund. I mean, why play Atraxa when you can just play all the Overlords? Counter that, I guess. Bandit's talents. Yeah, don't know if we'll be able to overcome this mull to 5. Level up the talent. More lands. Okay. Guess I'll start attacking with my anchorage. The end on my anchorage. Well, we have to kill their Restless Cottage. Now, let's fully level up our enchantment. Backstreets. More lands. We don't really need more lands at this point. So they hardcast an Overlord. Let's deduce. Four damage to any target, so we're taking 9. Alright, we're on a very fast clock here. I think we have to hold up this counter spell. Draw. Land. Hostile Investigator. Play Hostile Investigator. If they have a removal spell for it, we just die. Nowhere to run. Okay. Oh man, so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Well, I mean, it's really hard to outgrind the Beanstalk decks. This deck can do it, but not with that draw, can't. Alright, that was a 2-2 with my pet deck, Banditry Control in Standard. And, yeah, you know, it's a work in progress. I need to really work on becoming a better player, because I made a lot of mistakes, especially in that first match against, what was the first deck that we lost to? Oh, it was Esper. Yeah, I need to really work on disciplining myself more as a Magic player. Like in that first loss against Esper, the other Esper control deck, I played really bad and made some pretty critical mistakes in that last loss against Domain as well. So that's part of the reason why I'm adding more MG content, is just because I want to play more and get better. And I want to get better with this deck specifically. The real challenge, this deck is really good against like the mid-rangey type decks. It's the Beanstalk decks that are really hard to beat. And I'm not sure if we're quite all the way there yet to beating those decks. Like, we have the tools that we need. Just maybe not in the right proportion. Like, exercise you want Duress, so that on the play you can Duress a Beanstalk away from your opponent on turn 1 before they can resolve 1. That's why I feel it's important to have 3 Duresses between the main and the side. Maybe I need 4. Yeah, some Disdainful Stroke possibly could help in that matchup as well. Because even if you manage to get the beans out of their hand, like, they just have so much value in those Overlords late in the game. Opponent's build was really interesting as far as domain decks go with the Jund plan. I like that, actually. That's kind of a different angle that most domain decks don't play. In general, domain is always going to be a difficult matchup, but it is one that we can beat, and one of my goals with this deck is to really get it to the point where it can beat those decks consistently. So, Duress definitely part of that. I could see some Disdainful Stroke. Slots in the sideboard are tight. I really haven't been seeing the Pixie deck very much lately. Maybe I could lose the Pest Control for a Disdainful Stroke. Of course, Pest Control is also good against aggro. I don't know. You know, it's a work in progress, and we'll see. As I continue playing and encountering more matches with this deck, I'll discover new tech that I think really belongs in here and figure out an optimal build one of these days. So you'll definitely be seeing more Banditry Control in these pet deck series. As I said, there's only like 3 or 4 decks that are my pet decks. So in these extra videos, I'm going to be playing those decks over and over again, refining them, getting better with them, getting more practice, more repetitions, until eventually, maybe someday, they can be actual competitive decks. But anyway, I had a lot of fun playing Banditry Control. I always do. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I post my pet deck videos every Thursday on my YouTube channel. Every Saturday I post new brews, which are kind of more experimental decks that I don't really play with that much, but that I brew every single week for my channel. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'll be streaming Magic on Friday on my channel. Link to my Twitch channel is down below. Twice a week I stream Magic, and I stream non-MTG content as well. So, wish you all a good rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time.